Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a report that might seem boring but actually shows a company trying to raise more money, which can have impacts on average investors. We're going to decode what it all means and whether that money is going to a good cause at the Vicar Files. If you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below for you to join. This document is called a Form 8K. It's basically a corporate alert system. Companies use it to tell investors about big news or events that could matter to them. This report is from Pasithea Therapeutics, and the date to remember is June 2025. That's when the event they are reporting happened. Pasithea Therapeutics is a company, and like many companies, it's incorporated in Delaware. Their main office is in Miami Beach, Florida, and you can reach them at 702-521-44174. As for what the company does, we will learn about that soon. The company has different stocks registered: common stock, which is the regular stock most people buy, and warrants. Warrants are basically options to buy more stock later. The stock is being traded on the Nasdaq Capital Market under stock ticker names KTTA for common stock and KTTI for warrants. Now we get to the heart of the matter. This says that on June 2025, Pasithea Therapeutics made a move to sell more shares of their common stock. They have an agreement with a company called H.C. Wainwright & Co. LLC that helps them do this. It's called an at-the-market offering, which just means they can sell shares bit by bit as they see fit. The key change here is they increase the amount of money they want to raise from selling these shares. Originally, they wanted to raise about $2 million, but now they're aiming for over $4.2 million worth of stock prior to this move. So with this updated document, they are registering additional shares valued at $2.110, man. This document also includes some legal paperwork, like an opinion from a law firm, Lowenstein Sandler LLT, about the legality of the shares they're selling. So what does all this mean? Pasithea Therapeutics is trying to raise more money by selling more of its stock. This can be good or bad depending on why they need the money and what they plan to do with it. If they have a great plan to grow the business, it could be a smart move. But it also means that each existing share of stock now represents a smaller piece of the company. That's called dilution, and it can sometimes lower the value of the stock for current investors. Now let's step back and look at the bigger picture. What does Pasithea Therapeutics actually do? Little digging shows that Pasithea Therapeutics is a biotech company, which means that they develop drugs, typically experimenting with drugs that could cure a disease. Their main focus is on treating nervous system disorders like depression and schizophrenia. Raising money is basically oxygen for small companies like Pasithea. Biotech research is expensive, drug trials, research and development, paying scientists, all that can quickly burn through cash. So it's not unusual for these companies to regularly go back to the market and ask investors for more money. However, raising funds in the stock market comes at a cost. If the company is successful in doing what they are doing with the new infusion of cash, then these dilutive effects will be worth it. However, it is a calculated risk that has to be taken into account. With a small company like this, success relies heavily on their research pipeline, because unlike big pharma companies, they typically don't have a diverse portfolio like a big pharma company, and they might hinge on a specific drug. If that drug succeeds, the company could be a huge success, but if the drug trial fails, the stock will crash. Financially, with the company not making revenues, investors need to look at their cash burn rate, which is how quickly they are using their cash on hand. And this informs investors as to how long the company can survive without additional funding. So them raising money using the stock markets is good news to extend their lifetime. So to wrap up, Pasithea Therapeutics is going back to the market to ask investors for more money. They are doing this to fund their goals as a biotech company. Whether they are successful depends on whether they can bring their drugs to the market. But investors do need to be aware of the risks of dilution. Alright, that's our breakdown of Pasithea Therapeutics' latest filing. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to visit our Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.